I didn't put a thumb on it. Mm-hmm. I didn't put a thumb on it. You're funny. It won't come in the chat. DJ Burke. DJ Burke, what's up, house? How you feel, man? Can you hear me? Your thumbs up, man. I ain't did no stream in a minute, man. What's up, bro? How you feel, man? My dude. 55 years, man. What's up, house? Chilling, man. The truth. What's up, brother? What's up, old head? Young man? It's my dude. How you feel, man? DJ Burke. Hey, Hassan, I'm good. Trooper, what's up, man? How you feel, man? Daniel. What's going on, gang? What's going on, gang? Daniel Barry, Sports Highlight. What's going on? Miss Billy, how are you? How you feeling? How are you, young lady? Hope everybody's good. It's about option, solutions, and alternatives. Miss Billy, everything is well. And I hope my man, Super Chuck, good. Ladies and gentlemen, this is about option and solutions. Technology and streaming. How are you? How y'all doing? Daniel Berry, DJ Burke, the Trooper, Miss Billy Wiggins, Super Chuck. Ladies and gentlemen, on this channel about technology, streaming, open source software. I'm gonna show you an option for streaming. That's it. It's just an option. That's it. PCD. How are y'all? Back at the I'm back at the table, guys. How are you? Ladies and gentlemen, about open source software. And y'all know my motto. Don't let Android do you, do Android. Let's talk about it. How y'all feeling? Hope everybody's good. Ladies and gentlemen, the Afro-American community, for some of us, we had a hard week, man. We had a crazy week. I'm gonna leave that alone. P-ticks. Duncan, how are you? Ladies and gentlemen, just an option. Everybody in the streaming community, including me, we on the search. We on the search for the best streaming device. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna keep it real. Look at the camera. I don't think it's the best streaming device. A lot of people in this chat that's very tech savvy. We've been in this streaming game for a minute. What is it about? You got the best streaming device, and your network ain't on point. It's about your network and your personal preference. This is an option that I use and some of my clients get down with. On the table there, I got some devices there. And they're not, let me emphasize that, they are not Android boxes. I got a Lenovo mini PC here. Got a couple of them here too. When it was the pandemic, everybody was working from home. I jumped at it. I went to the Bay and other couple of sites with a lot of mini PCs and set people up that they can work from home. Small form factor. And this is one of the devices I set up for. This is how I was setting devices up for people that was working from home. Once they do their 9 to 5, they had an option to stream too. Let me show you what I mean. On the table here, I have that Lenovo mini PC. The model, Lenovo 910Q. These are Lenovo M700, M900 i5 processors. This one here, the i7. Two here, 700, M700, M900, 8 gigs of RAM, 4 gigs of RAM. This one has 32. Went all in. And ladies and gentlemen, let me emphasize this. This is just a prelim. Tomorrow night, I'm going to do a full stream. I'm telling people to stop looking for The best streaming device. It ain't nothing. If your network ain't, excuse my expression, if your network trash, your streaming device gonna be trash. We all know about this. You got that company internet router, put that shit in bridge, man. Use a switch. Buy your own router. D. Johnson, how are you, bro? Thanks for coming through, man. How are you? But ladies and gentlemen, stop looking for the best streaming device. Create your own. And ladies and gentlemen, let me emphasize this. This is an option. We all look at technology differently. Everybody in this, creating streaming community, we look at it different. I'm an open source guy. I love me some open source software. Android is an open source software. And if you know what you're doing, or just do a little bit of research using that thing called Google, you can make it happen. Ladies and gentlemen, let me load this PC up. My assets all over the place. Got it going through my capture card. Let's go to the table. Backing up on me. Let me turn that on. Load this up. Fix my cam. There we are. Load this up again, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just an option. There's the Lenovo Mini PC loading up. Ladies and gentlemen, watch how quick this load up. I installed Android TV OS. And there's a young lady in here, the only young lady that knows about this. I mean, Sister Billy was reaching out with this more than a year ago. Android TV on a PC on hardware. x86 i7 hardware. Get some tunes. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna pull it. Start it back up. Watch how this hardware load up. How are you, everyone? It's about option and solutions. There's Android TV OS on it. This is an i7. This ain't analogical rock chip. This is PC hardware. And look how it loads up. And there you are. About option and solutions. And ladies and gentlemen, have a keyboard, RII, Amazon about $20 to get around the interface, but once I set it up with Android TV OS on here, I use a remote. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the twist. I told you that I set these up for people that's working from home. Most people that work from home is using Windows. Check it. I'm gonna Control-Alt-Delete. I'm gonna restart this. On the keyboard, I'm gonna hit F12 so I can go to another what? Partition of the hard drive. So bro, peeking in. There's my interface. I wanna go to another environment, another operating system. This I was setting up these mini PCs for people that's working from home. Y'all seen that name there? That's who it's for. Ladies and gentlemen, I have Windows right here. And on the other side, I got Android tvOS. I fixed that error. Keyboard and mouse still working in this environment too. Can I get up out in there? About this PC. Let's see the specs on it. So bro, how are you, bro? How you feeling? Q, how are you, man? And the specs on this PC is, if y'all can see it, I don't want to stretch it. It is a, I'm sorry, excuse me, I said it was an i7. It's an i5 7500 running at 3.4. Ladies and gentlemen, this has 32 gigs of RAM in it, DDR4. Wrong mouse. I have the people who purchase these PCs from them or get down with me, the client, I'm like, they work 9 to 5, and I tell them to do this. Control, Alt, Delete. Matter of fact, restart the PC. Yeah, I can't stand that browser. Go to the power. You finish your 9 to 5 shift. Restart the PC. Restart anyway. You go to the keyboard and F12 it. And go back to your entertainment. Go to the BIOS. You see, you got Windows, and you got another partition right there. I'm gonna select it. And that's the Android tvOS side. Once you did your 9 to 5, get your stream on. You've seen the hardware specs on the Windows side. Let's go see it on the Android tvOS side. Ladies and gentlemen, you know it's a couple of caveats. That's one. If anybody know about Android tvOS, be certified to do that Netflix Prime Video. I'll leave a link. That's what that's about. Why buying L1? Security. Basically, it's about you cannot record from these devices. Security. That's why Netflix is available, Hula, and all that on the new Google Streamer, MeCool. Matter of fact, MeCool got one that's not certified. Own devices, certified devices. Criteria. Most of all, there's one criteria that I know was crazy. You got to sell 50,000 of them, or your company got to be juice. Get an Android tvOS license. That's the read. Google it. But ladies and gentlemen, I have found some apps. Netflix in certain store. Hulu right in this store was good. Prime Video played 4K. Netflix 1080p. Get 1080p, I'm cool. Because usually you only want to get 480. Go back to the device. Let's go see the specs. People down here. On the Windows side, you seen what it was. Go to Outer. Turn that up there. Lenovo Mini PC. As you see right there, the firmware that I'm using from the ASUS, the first NVIDIA Shield, but I put it on a Mini PC. As you see up there in the system, first NVIDIA Shield, which is the Nexus player. It's by ASUS. And it's 32 gigs of RAM in it. And I got 5 terabytes of storage. Excuse me. 512 SSD in there. Go to CPU. And you see the specs. It's an Intel, not Anlogic. Not MediaTek like Amazon devices. It is Intel i5-7500 running at 3.4. And that's the thing, me and Soul Bro know about this and everybody else in that chat. 64-bit, so you can do little things on it with certain apps. Plex, MB. 4 cores, y'all. Do you see that? It's running from 800 megahertz to 3800. And with the CPU using 1%. But the thing is, it's the x86 format. I'll be glad there's a new version out there I'm trying to push on these devices. Our media, that V7 is a V8. It's crazy. Very nice. Display, 1920 by 1080. I'll show you about that. This thing do 4K very well. Network, I'm hardwired. Wi-Fi is available too. And it's running Android Pie. Don't get caught up on them Androids. Most of them Seduce I got in your living room right now is running on Marshmallow, Android 6. Couple of new devices, 9 and 11. But 6 was my joint, Marshmallow. Biggs in the building. USB devices, I got 4 USBs on there. Temperature, look at this, cool, man. 34 cells. You can change that, guys. Go to the coaxes. We got the major ones in there. What I look for is V9. If we got V9, I'll make it do things. No AV1, forget that. But they'll play the file though. Got V9 behind me. But ladies and gentlemen, let's do a speed test. Biggs, what's up, bro? How you feel, man? It's about options and solutions. Realtek network card in there. It's doing a gig. We got about 900 so far on the download. $944.91. About half that, 486.49. Ladies and gentlemen, this device at that time, $61. The cable was 16 gigs of memory in there. I bought another piece of memory that was 22. Now I'm at $82. It had storage in there. 512 spinner. I put an SSD, switched it out. That's it. But one thing I did do, as y'all know, I pushed my network. Verizon played good. I do 2.5, not just gigabit. Take it to the table. Right here, I have a 2.5 network adapter. Take the internet cable out, plug it into one of these USB ports. What's they 3.0. And there's 5 USB ports on here. 2 in the front, 3 in the back. Go to the device. Let's make sure I'm connected. And as you see, I am. Ladies and gentlemen, when I found this solution, I was blown away. Because we all have an Android TV device, we want to get that gigabit. We be begging for gigabit. We got them powerful networks now. Let's do a speed test now with that adapter on it. This is mind-boggling. Do a speed test, see what we're getting now. It's about option and solutions. I have gigabit network. $2,178.39 on the download. $21.86 on the upload. Network adapter, $24. Roster, how are you? Bro, Urban, what was this here? Really need the new room because he's running out of space. All them damn devices. I'm just a tech-savvy Afro-American man to try and do what I do for my community to get it in. Face cam acting funky again? Turn you up. Just about option and solutions, that's all. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Tomorrow, I'm gonna do a stream. I'm gonna do it so slow. If you have any one of these devices, mini PC, small form factor PC, just a PC that you're not using. And if you tech savvy, you got Windows on here and you got your Windows environment set up on your Linux, I'm gonna show you how to partition that hard drive or add a hard drive in there to install Android TV OS on it. This is what these items are, peripherals, ladies and gentlemen. USB jump drive, these are the items we're gonna need tomorrow. But we're gonna execute this a lot. It's just an option. Too close. Why does Campy acting like that? There we are. Ladies and gentlemen, you will need first mini PC, small form factor. I got a small form factor I did put someone, still popping. Mini PC, M900, for both of them, less than $100. Matter of fact, one was 41, 8 gigs of RAM, no storage, and came with a Wi-Fi card. Didn't need it. Got antenna on it. M700, M900, i5 6500T, same as this. It's Marshall, and it's a great option. And ladies and gentlemen, to make this happen, 10 or 15 minutes. But tomorrow night, I'm gonna show you how to make this happen. I'm gonna do the tutorial so slow that everybody will be able to get down with it. Have your devices ready. And we'll wait it out. If you're too slow, we'll leave you catch up, do the replay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I use. This is what we're gonna use. PC, as I said. USB jump drive. USB jump drive. This is an option to a USB jump drive Type C on one end, USB A on the other side. SSD, they cheap. 256. This was $20, $15. But tomorrow, to put Android TV OS on this part of the partition, I'm using 4 terabyte silicone power. And a remote, that was $11. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I just keep coming up. We'll make it happen tomorrow. Let's break this device down. These are the options. I'm gonna unpower it. And this slot right here, that's why I like the M900s, I mean the M9Qs. This is the SSD that has Windows on it. Hey, where's the other storage at? Let me show you. Let's flip it. On the bottom of these Lenovo 910Qs, the slot there. Over here trying to play me. Your memory slots. Two memory slots, but you got 2 options for SSD. One is for Octane, and this is the operating system that's running. This is running Android TV OS, M.2, and this is running Windows. And I partitioned it and went to work. Saw Android TV OS on there. Jump drive. I got my image on there. Slide it back on here. Took the other jump drive, who has Windows image on it, and Windows 11. This will support it. You know how to get around that stuff. I got 10 on there. That's why I ain't back up. Got it powered up. Bright light. Yellow. Let's go to the device. There's the M.2, which has Android TV OS. And the SSD SATA has Windows on it. Let's go to Windows first. It's about option and solutions. That's it. Everybody end up going through the rabbit hole looking for the best streaming device. You got options. Create your own. Testing 1, 2. How are you? Test, 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 test. Testing 1, 2. How are you? Testing 1, 2. How are you? Testing 1, 2. Got the hips 3, man. Always playing me. Testing 1. Sounds back. Thank you. I got all these shortcuts on my deck, and I think they link to my audio. Like right there. That should be doing it. Let's go back to the camera, get him right. Booga. Table. How y'all feel? Y'all hear me, guys? So, bro, why he's riding me, man? Thank you, Roster. Me. Great. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Tap the hearing aid. You need some help, man. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you? Sorry about that. That was funny. So, bro, doing your thing, Kelly Lennox. Trying to learn that environment, man. But ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow evening, something gonna be different than be red, black, whatever. We're gonna bang this out. If anybody got a extra PC, just sitting there doing nothing, let me show you how to make it happen. Cause I see how she going in. DJ Berg said I'm ready. Appreciate that, man. Thank you, Meek. And Greek. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Burke, my 50-year-old friend. He ever had how to do it, but I think he might be on the partition thing. There's a way to accomplish this task with just one storage option, just one M.2, and I got one SSD and M.2s on the bottom. But I put the operating systems on SSD, M.2, Android tvOS, 512 gigs. Windows, that's the 256 in there. It's $20. Matter of fact, it might be cheaper than that because I bought 5 or 6 of them from eBay, from this company that was going under. Give me that. Couple dollars. I think it was like $30 for 5. Now my link working. The sound will go off. But ladies and gentlemen, this is just an option. For some reason, we are all caught up on, we can't, and me too. Me too. We all looking for the best streaming device, and I'm gonna keep it real. The device I've been out there for 10 years. In my opinion, my insight, the video, ain't nothing touching the X1. Matter of fact, this is their firmware that's running on this mini PC, their first device, the Nexus Player. This is their firmware running on this mini PC, NVIDIA. Ain't nothing touching the device. Everybody running around the internet and content creators, everybody trying to kill the shield. Yeah, they don't get many updates. They don't need it. They got one little funky update after 2.5 years, 2 years. That was minor, but it's still a beast. If you run this software, running servers on there, I run NBMplex. And your this is the only device that you got storage that's not connected to it. Your NAS, external, cloud, you can access it on the shield. Ain't no other device doing it. Now there's one device that I'm gonna get back into because the company reached out to me again and said, yo, make it happen. Buzz TV. And they sent me the 120. Never mind, we're getting to that. They sent me the big boy. And the thing is, these are my opinions. Only thing that's touching this shield right now, Buzz TV P6. Why? Because it has NVIDIA parts in it. That NPU, that GPU in there, NPU, is NVIDIA for video. That storage option on the bottom, crazy. M.2, but I found out about that. They get a little heated, but I put a pad on it. It's all good. Go. What's up, Skull? Them Nooks is crazy too. If it's Intel, it will run this software. Ladies and gentlemen, I tried to run this firmware on AMD. Start playing. I would like to know the model of that, bro. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. We all look at technology different, guys. This is only an option. And it's so funny, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're getting files from across your network with a regular streaming device, including the NVIDIA Shield and the Buzz TV, you get 10, 11 far speed. You get 10, 11 megabits per second. That's it. Let me show you something. Mr. Computer Works, AKA Mr. On Demand. Thumbs up for doing things different over there, over here. That's right, we need to do something. We all need to be in our lane. Do something different. Everybody into that same lane. Everybody trying to beat out the NVIDIA Shield. Nothing wrong with that. If that's your philosophy. As long as I found out that, what? Don't let Android do you. And that shit open source, I'm going under the hood. Thank you for Computer Works, aka Mr. On Demand. I'm going in. If it's open source, I'm going in. If anybody know what open source means, Google it, find out. But most of the time, if it's open source software, free. Check out GitHub. I get a lot of my information. There's a lot of philosophy. There's a lot of developers out there on GitHub that will make you think different. You gotta think different. Soulbro is undercover. He in the GitHub. We got a different name though. Stop playing. Mr. On Demand on there too. He know about that GitHub thing. Yes, sir. It's about your network, guys. Mine is no better than nobody else's. You gotta tighten it up, man. I'm good to my manager. That is my network. Ladies and gentlemen, I went back to I was using that Acer store, no, I'm sorry, ASUS 11,000. But now I went back to my you can manage your network from not home and in the home. I'm Verizon, Cloud Gateway, 2.5 switch. That's my controller right now. No, it ain't. That's the controller. Beast 1, Beast 2. And it shows you a flow of your network, what's going on. NAS there, NVIDIA Shield, Pixels, PoE. And this is my desktop. Let's do a speed. Generic Google. do, no, I can't do Ookta. Ookta shows speed, shows IPs, desktop, 2.0. I ain't showing you upload to show you the IP. But the thing is, guys, ladies and gentlemen, keep your network tight. I know a couple people in this chat here, as I've seen over the years, they talk about their network. So on demand. Rasta gave me a little bit of insight about his. Sober, I know is nice. Goddamn skull, that's all he do. I put me down on some Wi-Fi thing far away. Getting Wi-Fi 3 stories away. Crazy speeds. It's my dog. I learn from everybody. So, bro, I'm gonna get you back from that one, man. That shit was funny. Just a Billy, I know I think tight. My switches the network. Get away from that company ISP modem. But if you do gotta use it, Google it. Put that thing in bridge mode. All that thing is sending out net. No Wi-Fi, just net. Let your router and everything manage all that. Reach out to me, I can show you how to do it on any ISP router. They're talking about, okay, you gotta use my, yeah, I use your joint and I put that shit in bridge. That happened with Comcast. Soon dude left, went to the settings, bridged it. No Xfinity Wi-Fi, no Comcast Wi-Fi. At that time, X10. I let X10 manage my whole network, not their router. Back at the ranch. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a file manager there. I was telling you the speeds of the file manager. Let's go to the remote. These are some of the devices that I got on my network. I'm gonna show it. Two of them, show you. 2 desktop PCs, they both beasts, Beast 1 and 2, and 2 NASs. Right now. I'm gonna exit that. I already have options that are locked in from. I don't trust y'all. And ladies and gentlemen, this is coming from a desktop PC. The network card was 2.5. Let's grab a movie. 4 gigs, I'm gonna copy it. I'm gonna send it to the internal of the Android device. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you do this from Android to a 3 mini PC, you can get 10, 11 megs. I'm gonna paste this movie in here, 4 gigs. Look at the numbers there. That's 200. Averaging about 230 megs. It's a 4 gig movie. Move that through Android to a mini PC on an Android box, including the shield. You don't get speeds like that. This is one of the options that I use to move files around my network and setting up TV boxes right from this mini PC that's running Android. Can you play it? The internal player. You see it. It's about option, guys. Prime Video. Working. And I get 4K out of here. Prime Video don't care about license. But Netflix, I had to go outside. Matter of fact, I had got Hulu popping too. Hulu was okay. Disney Plus, problem, had to go. I'm still searching for an app for that. But this is the thing. As I told y'all, what the display was? 1920 by 1080, no 4K. 4K is 38 by 40. Okay. Let's go to YouTube. It's Intel, babe. Intel. Go to history here. Matter of fact, keep it home. Four K UHD. They said it won't play it. There. Looks good to me. Go to the nerds. They say 720. I'm gonna enter it, and you see max 1080p by 60. But let's go to the stats for nerds. Ladies, do you see where it says that second line? 1920 by 1080 times 2. Okay. Looks good to me. Moving it up ain't no problem. No buffering, 20. Throwing 2 gigs on the speed, man. That's all. Try this. HDR. Just got the Legend Runner group, my game on it. Yeah, that's and the game thing, man. Ladies and gentlemen, much respect. I got to do this. What's the pen? My dude. Last night he got caught up and he was doing a live stream at the new PS5. Hit the new PS5, hit an 8mm capture card, and it jammed it. My brother Penn, my colleague, diagnosed that shit. HDR. Connect to the computer, update my device, recapture to my card, turn HDR off. I'm glad you worked that through. Don't let this tech beat you, man. Rumble it. Don't throw in the towel, rumble it. Much respect, man. Much respect to Penn. Ladies and gentlemen, just an option. Tomorrow night, leave them notifications on. Like that. Help me out. We do things different. We look at technology different, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me, man. It's been PCD. Just an option. Mini PC. Anybody look for Mini PC? I got a lot of them, man. Get at me. But just one thing I must do, ladies and gentlemen. Going back to the interface. That's still playing. This gentleman hollered at me. Mom be hanging out with us in the chat. I ain't gonna tell you now. We'll work it out. But I'm gonna Control Alt Delete. Giving it up. Kellum, he called me like, yo, Philly. My mom's still waiting for that piece, man. He had the bass in his voice. He ain't tapped my chin through the phone. Tell I'm working on it now, man. Make it happen. 5 days. Shout out to Kellum, Lady J. But this is your device. I got the box right here. I'm gonna do the setup on this device tomorrow. I'm gonna push it out to you. Re-put these SSDs and that M.2 in there because it's a 512 in there for Android tvOS. I'm using 4 terabyte tomorrow. Gigabit, a gig for Windows OS. Ladies and gentlemen, tools. USB drive, Android tvOS image, Windows image, remote after you connect it, or you can use a keyboard, mouse. That's what I use. Bluetooth. Got a dongle one. I use a Bluetooth joint. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna work this out. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna Control Alt Delete this device. And ladies and gentlemen, I want you to look at the picture when Windows load up. Because this is Lady J device. I've been dragging my feet, playing around. I gotta restart. I missed the window. Ladies and gentlemen, F12. I'm F12ing on the PC keyboard. So I can get to the BIOS option. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this first screen here. No password. You'll see the name. Lady J. There it is right there. Gotta look out for it. That's my peoples. Some streaming coach. Kellum came at me, man, like, yo, Philly, make that happen, man. Got my mom waiting, man, going through it. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a blessed evening. Have a good one. Tomorrow night, ATV on a mini PC. Just shouts out to the team, man. Mr. Biggs, how are you? Bobby Diz. Yes, sir. The Mac. Go, leave that alone, man. It ain't been a full week yet. My Lady J. So many. Mr. Joan B, how are you? It's my queen. Mr. Humplink doing what he do. Much respect to Penn. Good move last night. And that goddamn trooper, man. That's that guy. Poor Shields in this building. At Roster TV. And the Berkey. Y'all see Berkey in there? Because he's going to have a link. We're going to do this together. It's been Philly. Open source software. Let's make it happen. And y'all know the motto. Don't let Android do you. To Android. Good night, everyone. It's about options and solutions. Peace. You have a good one. See y'all tomorrow evening.